Well, hello, and welcome. Get my technology figured out again over here. Jeez. I hope all of you are having a fantastic end to 2018. Here we go. Whew, I think we're good. Well, I just wanted to take a couple minutes in our last sales meeting. I know we had a little bit of a break over the holidays, and there's been some special projects happening on the ReRaw front. So you've got lots of new and fun, exciting things coming in the new year. But I wanted to take a moment and wish you a happy new year. And I wanted to talk to you about the year in summary. I wanted to kind of bring everything to conclusion for 2018 and prepare ourselves to appropriately move forward for this hopefully unbelievable year ahead. So let's talk a little bit about it. First and foremost, for those of you who have continued on your own with the amazing habit of logging in your journals, congratulations. It's exactly what you should be doing. And I'm proud of you. I appreciate you. I hope since our time together that started back in April that you have taken the opportunity to form better habits, to create new habits, and to just make the appropriate adjustments to be more successful in your business overall. For those of you who are still struggling, remember it's one day at a time. Not every week's going to be perfect, and that is okay. But what we have to do is take the tough weeks and the good weeks, but really the tough weeks, as an opportunity to reflect and figure out what was working and what wasn't working. And was the stuff not working because we weren't working or because we were just not focused on the appropriate actions, the appropriate um, things that would help us earn income and change other people's lives along the way? Um, so for those of you who've done that, great. I hope you've all got some resolutions. I hope you've figured out what it is that your eyes are looking forward to in 2019. And if you haven't, all I can say is you're a little bit behind, but better late than never. So no problem. Just get it done. Now, I want to talk about some stuff that I learned in 2018. You know, in a few ways, 2018. Let me get in here tight with you guys. Hang on a sec. Let's kind of like tighten this up. Let's do that. There we go, guys. For many of you in 2018 who have hopped in and been with me since the beginning, you know the chaos and the changes that happen when you create new material and keeping up with stuff. And there's things that change and evolve over time. Um, I'll tell you the biggest thing that I need to work on for 2018 because just like you, I'm imperfect. There's always things that we can do better. And while I am doing a lot of things right, there's a couple things that I really noticed I need to really focus hard on in this next year. Um, the first one I'll start off with the business side of it because it actually spills over into my personal life. Um, and it's kind of like two messages in or one message in two different parts of my life. So the first part of it is the business side. I need to do a better job protecting my time. I realize that with an active and full-time real estate business that I'm running, and then also dialing in ReRaw as a secondary business, which has equal priority in my life, I have to be really careful with how I choose to separate my time. It's hard because oftentimes I'll be in the middle of doing something for ReRaw, and then I'll just quickly take something on for real estate instead of setting the expectation that, hey, wait a second, even just for myself, hey, wait a second, that can be dealt with during my real estate time. This is ReRaw time. Or that can be dealt with during my ReRaw time. This is real estate time, right? So my biggest thing that I've done better this year has been protecting my time, but I know that there's dramatic room for improvement in 2019, and I'm committed to that because I know not only will my businesses benefit from it, but here's the part that spills into my personal life. My personal life will too. The second big commitment that I'm going to make is to protect my family time. I oftentimes, as I start new ventures, as I get new things going, as I become immersed in something, Uh, a lot of times my time with my family will be the part that I'll infringe on. And while I have a wonderful family life, I do carve out time to coach my kids in the sports that they do, and I love it. It forces me to stop. It forces me to take a break. But I'm committed to working more after they're asleep, and instead of trying to run it, right up to the last second before they go to bed, because I think what one thing that I realized, one thing that I noticed, one thing that I got to call myself out on is to accept the fact that there's a lot of times when I really just need to shut it down and then go spend time with the kids, recharge my own batteries, recharge my soul, and get energized, and then come back to it later, come back to my work after they're asleep, after they're done, after we've had quality time together as a family. So those are my two big commitments: is protecting my time better in general within the structure and confines of my business, and then making sure that I protect and define my family time a little bit better, just to make sure that I have that notated and schedule that appointment. It's very easy to schedule some of those times, but then we oftentimes will create flexibility and say, well, it's cool. I could always make that up another day. You don't get the time back, so spend it the way that you're going to be happy with without regrets. Because again, it doesn't come back to you in the end. It's now or never kind of thing. Um, Now, I want to reflect a little bit on 2018 in general, guys. For those of you who felt like you're struggling, I want you to know you're not alone. For those of you who have experienced great successes, you too are not alone. And there's nobody out there that's so unique that there's not somebody else who's understanding of what you're going through, is empathetic and gets it, right. And man, I got to tell you, I had a lot of wins this year. I had a lot of wins, and I'm proud of those wins. Re-Raw's a really big win. Starting a team, learning from it, and then shutting that team down and realizing that I need to just be a solo force in real estate. That was something I'm very proud of. The agents that were on my team, I have a couple of them who have stayed committed very hard to the business and are doing multi-million dollar transactions as we speak. And I'm very proud of that. Not because I'm the one doing the work, but because I did work on them to uh, help grow them and ground them. And those are the things I'm proud of. I'm proud of the time that I spent with my kids and the girls soccer teams that I've been coaching. I'm proud of time that I've spent with my wife and the investments that we've made both financially and in time, in the time that we've spent and dedicated, and some of the personal decisions that we've made in our life, and sacrifices that we've made to be able to make the opportunities that we're pursuing available and I don't know, affordable, if such a thing exists. Such as Re-Raw, such as the short term sacrifice for long term gain kind of thing, right? Um, but in looking back at 2018, I also see a lot of my lowest moments, and I mean my lowest moments ever. I see a lot of things that I could do better, not just as a businessman, but just as a man, as a husband, and a father. Life is a process of learning, and if you haven't figured that out yet, then catch up quick. There's no book, there's no handbook for this. There's no right or wrong way to do it. It's a process of figuring out and going through the ups and downs and picking and choosing you know what can teach you the most valuable lessons. And I've had to learn this year to let go. I really have. Uh, I have lost more business this year than I've won. I have been screwed over by more people this year than I haven't been. But me holding on to negative thoughts and feelings towards any of those people, whether they're clients or just people in my personal life or a combination of both, it doesn't serve a positive purpose, right? Anger doesn't serve anything positive or productive in my life. I have to let go. I have to have that serenity. I have to stop looking for the answers of why, and just own the me part of the why, right? Why did they do this? Why did they think that? Why did they select to do XYZ? It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the part of it that I have control over or had control over. And the part that I have control over actively, consistently, every day, every moment, is to choose positive. It's to choose to let go, to learn and then let go and move forward, to not hold the grudge. Easier said than done. But guys, it's only as difficult as you make it. 2018 had a lot of had a lot of tough moments, a lot of tough moments. And when I really look back at 2018, I'm glad it happened because of what I was able to learn. I'm glad it happened because it's taught me a lot about my capabilities and who I'm there for. Taught me a lot about where I'm going, and I'm real happy with where I'm going. But I'll be real honest with you, I'm so glad it's over, and I kind of just want to say fuck you to 2018. Wasn't thrilled with it, but I know that I'm better for it, and I'm going to hold on to that positive light, that positive thought, that positive mindset, and I'm going to accept the anger that I have with 2018, with how much hate I have for this year, and but I'm going to be so thankful that I woke up this morning and I'm staring the next one in the face, and I hope that I can get healthier, be happier, and remain productive and continue my own growth and development without looking and living in the rearview mirror, which I don't do, but keeping that serenity and letting go in 2019 and being more okay with letting go of certain things than I have been in the past. And that's it, you guys. It's really as simple as that. So take a moment for yourself. Take a moment for you. A lot of ums and ahs and moments of reflection in this. I, I know this doesn't feel like the most poised and pieced together episode, but this is live. This is just me chatting with you, and it's intended to be raw anyway, right? So I'm staying authentic to my message. But yeah, a lot of lessons learned. Take some time and think about think about your year. What were your greatest successes and what were your biggest failures? What were the biggest lessons that you've learned this year? And just own it. It's okay. There's no failure if the lesson is learned, right? There's no failure if the lesson is learned. And if you had the best year of your life, I'm so happy for you, and I'm excited for you, and I hope that you beat it again in 2019, and then 2019 is the best year, and it just gets better and better. And if I consider the number of lessons I've learned and the strength that I've learned I have in ways that I didn't realize I had it, and areas I didn't know I had it, and the feedback that I got this year, then 2018 was the best year ever. Um, but there's a lot of fuck you I have for 2018, and I'm gonna keep it at that because I gotta hold on to that for a moment because it's actually that fuck you has been converted into a positive energy that's driving me forward and fast away from that in 2019, but not by way of forgetting it. So I hope that you'll join me in reflecting and accepting and letting go. I cheers to you. A very, very happy new year. And I just wish you guys all the very best in your business, in your health, in your life, whatever it is that you're striving for. I hope you get it. And if you don't, then I hope you find the clarity that you need so that you can start moving in the direction that you have to go so that you can get it. And just remember something real agents work. You, by God, better be one of them. Much love to you guys, and I'll see you after the ball drops. Happy New Year.